silence and memoriam for those who are no longer with us. Please take a seat and enjoy your meal. We'll be back with the program shortly.
right, good evening, folks. We're going to continue with our program, and it is my pleasure to introduce to you the Director of the Office of Emergency Medical Services, Candace Gardner.
Good evening. Good evening and welcome. Commissioner Brown, Deputy Commissioner Sahu, Assistant Commissioner Johnson, Director Duran, Lieutenant Colonel Sorotowicz, DPREM staff, EMS clinicians, ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thank you for joining us for the 25th Annual EMS Program. Your presence makes this evening truly special. The selection process for tonight's awards recipients was no small task. It was guided by a subcommittee of the Governor's Council of EMS comprised of exceptional leaders who carefully reviewed each nomination. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to Andy Lovell, Jennifer McCarthy, Roger Sarro, Dr. Tim Sadie, Madi Swarsky, Susan DeWitt, and Mark Bober. Your thoughtful deliberations and hard work have ensured that every nominee recipient is recognized with the respect and honor they deserve. To all of our nominees here tonight, I ask that you please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Each of you has been presented with a special silver pin, a symbol of pride, accomplishment, and extraordinary contributions you have made to EMS. Please wear it with pride throughout the next year as a reminder of the vital role you play in your communities and the countless lives you touch each and every day. Although only one award can be presented in each category, every nominee here tonight is truly a winner. Your dedication, compassion, and service deserve to be celebrated, and we are proud of each and every one of you. This evening marks a milestone, our 25th awards program and the 20th anniversary of the National Conference on EMS. What began 2 decades ago as a small state conference has grown into a premier national event, attracting attendees from across the country and beyond. This year's conference has been our most ambitious yet, hosting the East Region meeting of the National Association of State EMS Officials, our inaugural opioid summit, and educational sessions that have spanned both floors of this beautiful conference center. And tonight's awards celebration, it's completely sold out, a true testament to the strength and spirit of New Jersey's EMS community. But our achievements don't extend, for this year, extend far beyond the conference itself. Together has been monumental progress, the expansion of our scope of practice, the introduction of whole blood in pre-hospital care, which has already saved countless lives, the rollout of new ALS and BLS protocols, the drafting of new refresher program, and the near completion of regulations for the Mobile Integrated Health Program. None of these accomplishments would have been possible without the extraordinary men and women of the Division of Disaster Preparedness, Resiliency, and Emergency Medical Services. Would all members of this incredible team please stand to be recognized? Thank you all. Your tireless efforts, often behind the scenes and without fanfare, have been instrumental in the very success we celebrate here tonight. Please know that your hard work does not go unnoticed, and your dedication is deeply appreciated. So as we begin this evening's celebration and recognition, let's take a moment to reflect on the power of service, the strength of our community, and the profound difference each of you makes. To all of our nominees, award recipients, and every member of the New Jersey EMS family and beyond, you are the heart and soul of what we do. Your courage, compassion, and commitment inspire us every single day. Thank you for being here, and thank you for what you do, and congratulations to all. Let's enjoy this evening together. You've all earned it. It is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, which is Lieutenant Colonel David Sorotowicz from the New Jersey State Police.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Dave Sorotowicz from the New Jersey State Police, and I just want to thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for having me as well. It is a great honor to be here. When I look around the room tonight, I see a community. But not just a community, a family as well. A family of professionals, but also a family of heroes that don't always get the recognition that they sincerely deserve. And that's what tonight is all about. So if everybody could just give yourselves a round of applause. I truly want to thank you for everything that you do. I'll give you a real quick story. I was a young troop long time ago, working in a very rural area of Kingwood, out in the middle of nowhere, if anybody knows it, out in Hunterdon County. There you go. I showed up to a medical assist. Again, very young troop, not too much training in the medical aspect of the job. Wife comes to the door. She tells me that her husband's having chest pains. I go into the house. I see two beautiful kids there and the husband. Husband's younger, about 40 years old, and I'm getting information from him. I knew enough to start EMS rolling at that time. So I got on my radio, I called him, and I start getting more information from the husband. As I'm talking to him, his eyes literally roll back in his head. He collapses, not breathing, no pulse. Again, with my minimal training, praying that the EMTs and the paramedics were on their way quickly, I started compressions and breathing. Compressions and breathing, waiting for the EMTs to come. And again, rural area takes a lot of time for any of us to get anywhere. As they came through that door, though, it was literally like they had capes on. They came through, politely pushed me aside, professionally pushed me aside, and say, "Hey kid, we got this." They started doing their thing, threw the pads on, and they're working on them. Wife is there watching, kids are there as well. Within 2 minutes, they brought this husband back to his family. I sat there in absolute awe of what they did, amazed of the heroes that were in front of me, the heroes to the family, but also the heroes to me. Fast forward about a month, my organization, the New Jersey State Police, was asking for volunteers. They were rolling out a new program of EMTs, troopers and EMTs, dual role. Now, understand, I'm a young trooper. Last thing I want to do is come offline for a month, go study, go to a school, and take a test again. Nothing that I want to do. Nothing that I want to do with that. But I believed in so much what I saw that day in Kingwood's area of those heroes bringing that individual back that I raised my hands. And I said, absolutely 100%, I want to be part of this. And I thank you all for inviting me into that world. I became indoctrinated into the world, and I absolutely loved it. I loved having the skills of knowing what to do when the chips were down. Now, it's so cliche to say this. None of us take this profession or this lifestyle to make money. We all take this job or this profession or this lifestyle to make a difference in somebody's life, to make an impact on people. Now, if we look almost 25 years back now, to September 11th. One of the largest tragedies in our country's history. We lost 2,977 people that day, of which 343 were firemen, paramedics, and EMTs, 60 of which were law enforcement officers. I started my career as an NYPD officer, 2001. I had just transitioned over to the New Jersey State Police. I responded once that incident happened. What I saw that day, again, was the community of public safety and first responders running towards danger as other people were running away, with blatant disregard for their safety, disregard for their families back home, but their main focus was to save their fellow men and women, but also to save the public safety responders that were down there as well. There is no truer calling than public safety. And I just have to say it, 25 years later, we are still losing first responders to 9/11 related illnesses. This is truly God's work. Now, if anybody knows me at all, I am not into bragging, I am not into talking about myself, and I am not into egos. But I will brag and talk about this community. 2017, I got to spend 3 lovely weeks in the United States Virgin Islands with the New Jersey EMS Task Force. Integrated as a cohesive group together of law enforcement, EMTs, and paramedics with one common goal in mind: protecting the citizens of the Virgin Islands and getting them back to some sense of normalcy. We arrived with no shelter, we arrived with no food, we arrived with no gas and no transportation. But we had one mission: to take care of other people. And that mission followed us through for 3 weeks, to be able to get the people of the Virgin Islands back on their feet. Now, as we fast forward to 2025 and 2026, we are currently in the planning process for the largest sporting event of all time, the World Cup. And this public safety response and this public safety planning will take all of us as a community to work together as one to ensure the safety of the citizens of our state, the citizens of our country, and all the international travelers. There is no other community that I would want to be standing shoulder to shoulder with, side to side, than this community right here. And I appreciate everything you do. Now, this event specifically tonight, take a moment. We don't always do that in these professions. Take a moment. Take it in. Take in the company, the people, the food and the desserts, but take in these moments. This is one thing that I think we can improve upon as a community, is the recognition of each other. And nights like tonight is what it's all about, but we need to do this on a daily basis. Taking time to say, hey, nice work, from supervisors to coworkers, saying, nice work. So I want to take that opportunity right now to say to all of you, nice work. Thank you for all that you do on a daily basis. And those things that may not rise to the level of an award, just taking a minute to talk to a child that maybe sees what you do, maybe sees you in uniform, and wants to learn more about it, you leave an impression on that child. Maybe on a call, talking to an elderly person that has nobody else to talk to, taking an extra 5 minutes to leave an impression on their lives, that's what we do. And that's what I want to thank you for. In closing, I want to say, take care of each other, though. Take care of this community. Oftentimes, we may go from critical incident to critical incident to critical incident, and that can take a toll on mental health. Make sure that we're always looking left and always looking right and taking care of each other. I want to say congratulations to everybody tonight that was nominated. I want to say congratulations to all the recipients tonight. I want to thank you for all you do on a daily basis, and I truly appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, God bless, and be safe.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. It's my pleasure and honor to introduce the Acting Commissioner of the New Jersey Department of Health, Jeffrey Brown.
Good evening, everyone. It's an absolute honor and pleasure to be here. I want to acknowledge the Department of Health team, Deputy Commissioner Sahu, Assistant Commissioner Johnson, Candace Gardner, the whole DPRIM staff, Office of EMS for putting this on. I love that it's called the National Conference on EMS and it's here in New Jersey because, we are the best state, and I think that, while this is nationally focused, most of us are from New Jersey, and, I think that it's perfect. So, Lieutenant Colonel Sorotowicz, very tough act to follow. I was telling Lori that I cut my teeth as a political operative working for politicians, and I think, you could have that future if you want it. You may want to stay in public safety too. That's certainly a much more honorable career. I'm extremely happy to be here with you all celebrating New Jersey's finest in emergency medical services and marking the 25th anniversary of the awards and 20th anniversary of this conference. Each year we gather to honor extraordinary acts of courage, decades of dedicated service, and careers that have shaped the very foundation of the emergency care in our state. To our nominees and award recipients, your stories and your passion inspire us. But I also want to recognize something equally important: the ordinary service that every one of you provides day after day. You provide life-saving care and comfort families at their most terrible moments. You show up to difficult scenes at all hours of the day and night, in all conditions, and figure out what needs to happen, creating order out of chaos. Behind you are dispatchers, the administrators, and all the other staffers who keep everything running. What's remarkable about the system is how unremarkable it seems to us. The idea that there's always someone out there who will show up in an emergency and know what to do. That this whole system just exists, ready to spring into action when something catastrophic happens. And by the way, I have seen the system spring into action on numerous occasions during my tenure at the Department of Health, both as acting commissioner, as deputy commissioner, assistant commissioner throughout COVID. Just the work that our emergency medical services do is remarkable day in and day out. But beyond the ordinariness of EMS's daily operations are the fact that New Jersey EMS keeps advancing, driving forward to meet new challenges, innovation grounded in field experience and driven by data. Consider our pre-hospital blood transfusion program, which Candace mentioned, which we enacted through waivers just a year ago. Since implementation, paramedics have administered blood products to more than 80 critically injured patients before they reach the hospital. Our trauma centers have been clear. Many of these patients would have died without this intervention. What was once unimaginable, transfusing blood in the back of an ambulance, is now saving lives across our state because we listened to you, trusted your expertise, and gave you the tools you need. We've also revolutionized our approach to the opioid crisis. Through our recent executive directive, paramedics can now administer buprenorphine, not just after overdose reversals, but to anyone experiencing opioid withdrawal or struggling with substance use disorder. This isn't just about medical protocols, it's about recognizing that you are often the only healthcare providers that some of our most vulnerable residents can rely on. And interventions like medication-assisted therapy save lives. By expanding treatment options in the field, we're transforming ambulances into bridges to recovery. For so many New Jerseyans, you are the front door of our healthcare system, the first medical profession they see in a crisis. And in a lot of in a lot of cases, you may be the only one they trust. The unhoused veteran who refuses to go to the hospital but lets you check his vitals. The elderly woman who calls 911, not because she's dying, but because she's alone and afraid. The teenager experiencing their first mental health crisis. It is emergency medical services and EMTs that are the people who respond to these individuals and treat them with care and compassion. That's why we're developing our mobile integrated health program. We're reimagining how EMS can deliver care beyond traditional emergency response, beyond bringing healthcare directly to those who need it most, where they need it on their terms. This team-based and patient-centered approach, delivered outside of a traditional healthcare setting, meets our moment by meeting people where they are. As a state, we lean on you both for the routine days and the extraordinary events. Next summer, as you know, New Jersey will get an influx of over 1 million visitors from all around the world as we host matches for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. This isn't just a sporting event, it's a massive public health operation that will test every aspect of our emergency response capabilities. Your expertise in mass gatherings, coordinated response, and surge capacity will be crucial. We're already planning, training, and preparing because we know whether it's a typical Tuesday or the World Cup finals, New Jersey EMS must be ready, and we know it will be. I know you're eager to get to tonight's awards, but let me share one final thought. Emergency medical services isn't just about medicine or protocols or response times, it's about hope. Every time you respond to a call, you bring hope. Hope that someone cares, hope that help is coming, hope that this isn't the end of someone's story. Thank you for being that hope. Thank you for your service, the extraordinary moments we celebrate tonight, and the ordinary acts of everyday compassion that you all experience every day. And to the award winners and the nominees, congratulations truly for your remarkable achievements. And thank you again to all of you. I'm just completely struck by this crowd. I gave a speech at the league earlier this week that was 45 minutes long, much more challenging, but I'm more intimidated here just by the service in this room and the compassion and the courage that you all display on a daily basis. So on behalf of the Department of Health, thank you for everything that you do. Keep up the great work, and on with the show.
Okay, it is my pleasure to introduce to you to present the Youth Awards from the National Association of State EMS Officials Pediatric Emergency Care Council, Emily Duros.
At a public boat ramp in Burlington, New Jersey, on the Friday afternoon before the Memorial Day weekend, a day of fun turned into a moment that no 14-year-old would ever have imagined being in. While hanging out with friends at the nearby basketball court, this individual heard a splash and a call for help. Quickly realizing that a 9-year-old child slipped off the boat ramp and was struggling to stay afloat, they stopped what they were doing and ran to the aid of a stranger. They jumped into the water and held the 9-year-old above the water while coaching them to remain calm for what seemed like forever. A passing boat finally pulled both of them to safety. Because of their extraordinary courage and heroic actions, the 2025 Outstanding EMS Action by a Youth Award goes to Nyla Bennett. On October 23, 2024, an 8th grader at Our Lady of Cavalry School in Northeast Philadelphia, a junior lifeguard with the Wildwood Beach Patrol, was eating lunch in the school cafeteria when he witnessed a pre-K student choking. Without hesitation, this youth sprang into action with the skills that he was taught while serving as a junior lifeguard and began performing the Heimlich maneuver on his fellow student, quickly dislodging the piece of fruit that was obstructing his airway. Because of this youth's actions, the student regained his airway, and what could have been a tragic moment for all turned into a story of heroics and thankfulness. Because of their quick action, courage, and attentiveness, what could have been a tragedy became a story of heroism and gratitude. The 2025 Outstanding EMS Action by a Youth Award is awarded to Billy Carberry. On the evening of June 26, 2025, a fun night of friends swimming turned into a nightmare that could have become even worse. One friend was climbing the ladder of a slide, attempting to get in one more slide before the night ended, when they slipped and fell 8 feet, striking their head against the concrete, losing consciousness and tumbling into the pool, sinking to the bottom. This heroic youth immediately reacted without hesitation, swam to the bottom of the pool, and pulled their friend above the water, shouting for help as the parents came outside to help pull this child to safety. Because of this youth's quick recognition and actions, their friend made a full recovery, only after multiple surgeries and time. Because of their heroic actions, bravery, and courage, the 2025 Outstanding EMS Action by Youth Award goes to Vincent Stokel. I would now like to introduce Timothy Saplaki, Chief Data and Intelligence, to present the next awards.
Good evening. Because of the importance of recognizing that EMS care is truly a team event and not just involving EMS clinicians, but the community at large, the next two awards for Outstanding Action by an EMS Program and Outstanding Action by a Citizen will be announced together. On a late summer evening of June 4th, 2025, just beyond the Delaware Memorial Bridge, on the Jersey side, of course, a motorcycle collided with a fire hydrant, leaving them unresponsive, agonal respirations, and catastrophic injuries and blood loss. An off-duty corrections officer who was walking their dog at the time heard a loud impact and rushed to the scene. As they approached their patient, their instinct, courage, and sense of humanity kicked in. They immediately tore off their shirt and held direct pressure on the open wound. As first responders from local fire departments and the EMS agency arrived, they immediately jumped into action, to assist the citizen and render care. Due to the location of the bleeding, they knew that the tourniquet could not be utilized. So they applied and held direct pressure for more than 30 minutes. As local paramedics units arrived, They immediately and seamlessly worked alongside the fire department and EMS agency to provide advanced life support to the patient, securing their airway, further assessing for life-threatening injuries. With pre-hospital blood administration making its way across the region, all the clinicians at the scene knew that the patient would benefit more than anything else from the whole blood. Being aware of their geographic location and current practices of neighboring states, transporting the patient to a trauma center in Delaware was the most appropriate for the patient. However, the transport decision didn't stop there. Knowing paramedics from Newcastle County recently began carrying whole blood, they requested to meet this unit en route. While traveling to the trauma center, the New Jersey clinicians met up with paramedics from Delaware and promptly provided the patient with whole blood and is now expected to make a full recovery. Because of the coordinated effort across multiple spectrums of professionalism and even state lines, with one priority focus of providing the best chance of survival, the 2025 Outstanding Action by EMS program goes to Inspira Health, Pennsville EMS, Deepwater Fire Department, and the Newcastle County Paramedics. Additionally, the Outstanding Action by Citizen goes to Paul Kinsella. If they could all come forward, please. EMS Community Service Award. This is a special award that's voted by you, the public. At the heart of EMS is service to the community, and a few agencies embody the spirit more fully than this one. Through outreach, education, and empowerment, they have transformed public health across New Jersey. Their community CPR, AED education program has trained thousands of people in life-saving skills, breaking down the barriers and ensuring readiness in schools, businesses, faith groups, and neighborhoods. They have also led a robust AED donation program, placing defibrillators in high-risk, underserved areas, always pairing them with training awareness to ensure community preparedness. What sets them apart is their commitment to equality, partnership, and sustainability. For the extraordinary dedication of public safety, health, equality, and emergency preparedness, the 2025 EMS Community Service Award goes to Cooper University Healthcare's Center for Resuscitation, Education, and Community Engagement. First Responder of the Year. On October 25th, 2024, while working his extra security job in a 200-unit apartment building, this first responder faced a moment that would define true heroism. At 9:45 p.m., fire alarm sounded, the smoke filled the third floor. Without hesitation, they rushed up into the smoke-filled hallway, going door to door and evacuating the residents. After locating the apartment where the fire had originated, they found an elderly man with serious burns. With no time to spare, this first responder lifted the man over his shoulder and carried him down 3 flights of smoke-filled stairs. Because of the quick actions and bravery because of their quick actions, bravery, and determination ensured to save lives, they saved this man's life that night. For their quick actions, bravery, and determination in providing life-saving measures, the 2025 First Responder of the Year goes to Dolph Joseph. I would like to now introduce Mr. Andy Lovell, Chair of the New Jersey EMS Advisory Council, to present the next awards.
So good evening, everybody. Dispatcher of the Year. In the world of emergency response, the first and most critical actions often happen out of sight inside the intensity of the communications center. On April the 4th, 2025, one telecommunicator made a judgment call that set in motion a chain of events that not only saved a life, but also may have made New Jersey history. When a call came in for a severe traumatic injury involving a table saw, the details didn't clearly meet the threshold for activating a specialized whole blood protocol. But relying on instinct and experience, this dispatcher acted by knowing that just a few specific questions could mean the difference between life and death. After gathering the necessary information, the dispatcher knew that the best chance of survival would provide the patient with a paramedic unit who was recently approved and properly educated to administer whole blood. When first responders arrived, they found the patient to be in hemorrhagic shock. But because of this dispatcher's quick thinking and understanding of the patient's clinical presentation, whole blood was already en route to the scene. With this, the patient received the first ever whole blood administration in New Jersey. Because of their competence, wisdom, and being a clinically sound dispatcher, the 2025 Dispatcher of the Year Award goes to Sean Kennedy. Pre-Hospital Nurse of the Year. This year's Pre-Hospital and Nurse of the Year Award honors a professional whose impact has transformed education, training, and patient care. As a flight nurse, they have advanced pre-hospital care through clinical excellence, leadership, and innovation. Over the past year, they have led the development of high-impact simulation training, bringing EMS providers together to rehearse complex, high-acuity scenarios that directly improve care provided to the community. Their ability to engage diverse teams, foster collaboration, and mentor new providers has elevated the quality of pre-hospital education, while their passion for continuous improvement has strengthened confidence and competence across the field. They embody the very spirit of pre-hospital nursing, sharp, creative, compassionate, and profoundly influential. For their dedication in fostering a collaborative and educational excellence for all EMS clinicians in the 2025 Pre-Hospital Nurse of the Year Award goes to Mary Beth Wiedemann. EMT of the Year. Only a few months after earning their EMT certification, this individual found themselves facing a situation that most could scarcely imagine. In the quiet hours of an early morning, while off duty and traveling home, this individual came upon a motor vehicle accident where the vehicle was on fire with multiple occupants trapped. Without hesitation, this new EMT stopped, assessed the scene, and immediately sprung into action, pulling victims from the burning vehicle and moving them to safety. As emergency crews began to arrive, they found this off-duty EMT continued to stabilize and assess the patients amongst the chaos. This individual continued to demonstrate composure, compassion, and extraordinary professionalism that takes years to develop. Because of their actions and saving selflessly and acting decisively to protect the life of others, the 2025 EMT of the Year Award goes to Brian Torres. I'd now like to introduce Dr. Navneet Sahu, Deputy Commissioner and State EMS Medical Director, to present the next awards.
Hi, good evening, everyone. The next award is Paramedic of the Year. There are moments in this profession when someone steps forward not for recognition, but it's because who they are. In the most critical moments, the paramedic stands as a calm, steady presence, leading with a vision. As a tactical EMS commander, they have built a team that thrives under pressure through tireless training, strategic thinking, and an unwavering commitment to safety. But leadership is only part of the story. As a field training officer, they have shaped the next generation of EMS professionals with patience and purpose, leaving a lasting mark on countless careers. And in every call, they bring not only clinical excellence, but compassion, always reassuring their patients and families are never alone. Because of their dedication, professionalism, and overall epitome of what an EMS professional is and should be, the 2025 Paramedic of the Year Award goes to Ricardo Lopez. This year's Pre-Hospital Educator of the Year doesn't just teach, they transform learning. They bring anatomy to life with a focused and elaborate hands-on approach that stimulates the clinician to have a better understanding of those high-risk, low-acuity scenarios through detailed moulage and sound effects and get the students thinking, moving, and collaborating. Working full-time and per diem as a paramedic, they still make time to lead continuing education across multiple agencies. During EMS Week, this individual provided free BLS courses to over 100 EMTs per class, simply to help others improve care. Their students leave confident, capable, inspired, and most importantly, with an increased level of competency. Their impact is felt in classrooms, ambulances, and communities throughout New Jersey. For their dedication to molding the minds of new and seasoned clinicians, the 2025 Pre-Hospital Educator of the Year Award goes to Dana Conti. This year's Pre-Hospital Administrator of the Year Award honors a leader whose vision and innovation have transformed emergency medical systems across New Jersey. As an advanced life support coordinator and manager of a pre-hospital blood program, they have spearheaded one of the most progressive initiatives in emergency medicine, bringing blood transfusion capabilities to both air and ground operations while saving countless lives and setting a new standard for EMS care. Their advocacy has extended nationally, supporting programs across New Jersey and even assisting agencies in Oregon. Beyond clinical innovation, they champion community engagement, organize blood drives, and promote public education, while also mentoring future EMS professionals and strengthening paramedic staffing. For their extraordinary leadership, collaboration, and commitment to EMS, the 2025 Pre-Hospital Administrator of the Year Award goes to Armand Kayer. This year's EMS Pre-Hospital Physician of the Year Award honors a leader whose journey began as a paramedic and has grown into a career defined by innovation, education, and commitment to patient and provider safety. From frontline operations to national quality initiatives, this physician has advanced the science of pre-hospital care through hands-on leadership, groundbreaking programs, and mentorship of the next generation. They have pioneered artificial intelligence, assisted quality assurance, strengthened airway management practices, and expanded EMS education at Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School, all while serving as a trusted director and team physician. Their dedication has elevated standards of care across New Jersey and beyond. For their vision, leadership, and profound impact on pre-hospital medicine by being a trusted leader and a role model, the 2025 EMS Pre-Hospital Physician of the Year Award goes to Jessie Wan. For nearly 5 decades, one EMS program has stood as the backbone of emergency response for New Jersey's most densely populated city and surrounding communities. In the past several years, the team has redefined what hospital-based EMS can achieve by launching one of New Jersey's first pre-hospital whole blood transfusion programs and building one of the state's first full-time opioid response teams. They have invested in workforce development through an in-house EMT academy, strengthened disaster preparedness as a sponsoring agency of the New Jersey EMS Task Force, and modernized their fleet and clinical capabilities to improve both patient outcomes and provider safety. Their leadership has extended statewide and nationally, setting new standards in innovation, education, and community engagement. For their extraordinary vision, resilience, and impact in public health, the 2025 Pre-Hospital Program of the Year Award goes to University Hospital EMS. I would now like to introduce Jennifer McCarthy to announce the SIM competition winners. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for this opportunity to come forward and reveal the outcome. To sim is to mimic, to sim is to recreate, and to sim is to cultivate a safe environment. And healthcare simulation is a teaching, assessment, and research modality. And our sim competition is not a place for people to come and game or play. We take it quite seriously, and we've cultivated a culture that I am super proud of, but it's the people who have participated over the last decade of my leadership that I really tip my hat to. And this immersive environment with medically probable events that spark change in practice is what we're all about here at this conference. And many of our scenarios have actually become annual competencies that actually start conversations to drive change in practice. And that's what my team and I are so proud of. And every year we're inspired to think about what can we do next year. I'd like to acknowledge all the teams who've put themselves out there, put themselves forward to become better, and have built this culture, because it's not based on us and like myself and my team, it's actually based on them. So anybody in the room who competed this year, please stand, and we want to honor you for putting yourselves out there to do better. And if you are watching our live stream where we announced the winners from the preliminary competition, I was looking for sponsors for our next competition. But if you weren't, you can go on Facebook to our page, not mine, the state's, to look at that. But our competition wouldn't be possible without all of our sponsors, and I'd like to call out a minute of gratitude for Gamard Medical, who has sponsored nonstop with all of the simulators, and no matter what we ask for, they say yes and they show up. Hand Tevi has supported us with their application for proper pediatric administration. Virtua Health, who literally stepped forward and said, we can sponsor Gary Ackerman's time so you have the video to show everybody what happens here. So thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. My Stethoscope, who you'll see this evening, will bring out a special important aspect related to honoring mental health and mental health resilience. EMSC, my actual full-time employer, Seton Hall University, who undeniably says, whatever you want to do, Jen. So thank you to Seton Hall University. And Rutgers Scarlet Health, who came forward this year and was like, how can we also support this? So thank you to all the sponsors, because without them, this would not be possible. Each year, we try to take a topic that's actually important to driving change and really pushing the envelope to say what is needed right now in EMS and emergency medicine care. And these topics that we talk about, we know start a different conversation, and that's the power of simulation. And we're blessed by Gary's work, because right now I don't really have to summarize for you, we can just watch. So I'd like to turn over our notice and vision to Gary's work to say, what did these teams actually go through? And you will see, and then we will announce the winners.
Human trafficking is one of the most rapidly expanding crimes across the globe, and it lurks closer to home than anyone suspects. Globally, about 25 million people are trapped in modern slavery, victims of a severe worldwide crisis. In the United States alone, tens of thousands are trafficked annually, many hidden in plain sight, working in massage parlors, construction sites, hotels, or private homes, often unaware of their situation or unable to escape. Emergency medical services professionals are uniquely equipped to recognize signs of trafficking.
I understand that she's not a patient, but the information that would be disclosed is confidential.
They might be the first healthcare providers to see a victim outside of their trafficker's control, a rare and crucial chance to intervene.
Would you be okay if just for even 1 minute, you just step, you could be on the same side of the door.
Right over here, good? Good.
Would it be okay
Thank
if I talk to you over here? It'll just be you and I.
Our simulation competition uncovered the hidden truths of human trafficking and highlighted the vital role EMS can play in saving lives. Teams were challenged not only to deliver accurate medical care, but also to show awareness, advocacy, and compassion for potential victims. During the tense preliminary call, EMS crews raced to a massage parlor for an unconscious patient. Suddenly, They faced resistance. The receptionist desperately tried to cancel the call and send them away. Undeterred, the teams continued their approach, eager to uncover the truth.
Did somebody call 911?
No, nobody called me over here.
Are you sure about that?
I am positive.
Do you mind if we just go in the back and take a look? And
I do
ask?
mind, yeah. That's
Okay.
not our protocol to call anybody from the outside, so.
Okay, well, we got a call here. We just got to make sure that everything's okay.
As they advanced, they found a patient face down on a massage table, convulsing. The scene was thick with unease, charged with unspoken signals that something was deeply wrong. Teams that advanced to the finals not only medically managed a patient having a seizure, but also identified key signs of human trafficking. By recognizing signs of trafficking and responding with unwavering empathy and professionalism, EMS providers can break the cycle of exploitation and empower the victims to reclaim their freedom. The crews who advanced to the finals did more than just manage complex medical emergencies. They engaged in crucial conversations about trafficking realities and supporting victims. Their performance exemplifies the power of turning awareness into action, demonstrating that EMS can save not only lives, but also build brighter futures. In the finals, contestants faced a scenario mirroring the preliminary case for the first time, offering a crucial chance to apply insights gained from an immediate debriefing session. In the final scenario, crews responded to a pop-up store at a global sporting event for a diabetic patient. Human trafficking tends to increase during disasters, large crowds, sporting events, and music festivals. Responding to your observations and feelings in a scene is crucial for supporting those who cannot speak up for themselves. Demonstrating concern for potential victims of human trafficking can assist them on their path to recovery. Please follow the QR code for access to helpful resources.
Over the last 10 months, I was able to spend a lot of time with the New Jersey Coalition Against Human Trafficking. And Joe Remy, my heart goes out to you opening up that introduction. 5 years ago, Joe also contacted us and said, hey, can you do something about 5 minutes to help? And we did, and we were talking about xylazine before anybody else was talking about xylazine. And we know by the statistics that human trafficking is something we all need to be taking seriously. So I thank Joe for always tapping me on the shoulder of something that's important, but for all of you who just listened to that and said, hey, maybe that could be me. I could be that voice of reason. And that's what this sim competition is about, which doesn't happen anywhere else. Where we drive change, we make a difference because EMS matters and we know it in New Jersey. So thank you for everybody for that. Before the award announcement, the last gratitude goes to the 579 SIM staff, 25 people, SIM judges, simulationists, EMS educators, conference planners who put up with us year after year. I always wonder why, but they're amazing. The Harris staff who's like, how can we do this better? but most importantly, the OEMS staff who's like, yes, that sounds great. And every year, all of this comes together with like 55 people to bring it alive, to have a video to talk about, and we should all stand proud. But now we're going to stand proud to celebrate our award recipients, and I think we're going to the third place announcement, I believe. Thank you for that. Okay, are we ready? Third place. We always start with BLS, because just a gentle reminder, if you haven't had a Jennifer McCarthy moment, you can't be great ALS without being an awesome BLS provider. So we always start with BLS. And our third place recipients, we're going to announce BLS and ALS. Everybody can come forward and take a picture for third place. Atlantic Mobile Health BLS and University Hospital ALS. As we approach the second place winners, we always pause and remember Katie Broker. Katie lost her battle with mental health resilience, and Katie's story inspired us many years ago to actually pause at this moment and say, wow, how can we honor our second place team in an honor to actually say Katie matters? And mental health resilience is not a reaction to mental health crisis. It's actually a way to live healthy, and I think our larger community has done a great job over the last 3 to 5 years to really make it okay to say you're not okay. And in Katie's honor, the second place winners will be awarded a green stethoscope in addition to their medallion, so they can actually remember Katie and forge forward with a mental health resilience mind. Our second place BLS winners are Florham Park, and second place ALS is Atlantic Mobile Health ALS. And the cat's obviously been out of the bag. The first place, BLS, is Freehold EMS, and first place ALS is Team Merit. I would like to now introduce the Director of Office of Emergency Medical Services, Candace Gardner.
The next awards are the Director's Awards. One of this year's Director's Awards honors an individual whose lifelong dedication, passion, and commitment to EMS education have left an indelible mark on the profession and on all of us who have had the privilege to work alongside him. This individual quite literally poured his blood, sweat, and tears into improving EMS education and setting an example for others to follow. As a former member of the New Jersey State faculty, he devoted countless weekends to instructing and mentoring others through the state's instructor programs, helping to shape the educators who would go on to train future generations of EMTs and paramedics. His journey in EMS began in 1971, when at just the age of 16, he became an EMT. 12 years later, in 1983, he earned his paramedic certification, and in 1998, he became an EMT instructor. Over the course of 54 years of service, he worked as a paramedic for multiple agencies and touched thousands of lives. Those of patients he cared for and the many EMTs and paramedics he guided, mentored, and inspired. I had the privilege of being one of his students in 1994. Never imagining that I would one day have the honor to work alongside him as a state faculty member early in my own state career. And today, I could not be more proud to stand here and celebrate the remarkable career of a gentleman who gave so selflessly to New Jersey's EMS system. His compassion, leadership, and dedication to advancing EMS education have made a lasting impact. He played a critical role in certification and development of countless of EMT instructors over the years and contributed significantly to the department's major transitions from EMT-A to EMT-B and later from EMT-B to EMT. His work has strengthened the foundation of EMS in New Jersey and has inspired generations of providers to serve with integrity, professionalism, and heart. For his extraordinary service and lifelong commitment to EMS and the people of New Jersey, it is a great honor to present the Director's Award to Charles Livesey. Hey, tonight I have the distinct honor of recognizing someone whose selfless dedication ensures that this annual conference runs seamlessly year after year. Behind the scenes, there is a kind of magic that makes everything look effortless, but we all know the magic doesn't just happen on its own. It happens because of this individual. He may not be an EMS professional, but he has fully embedded himself into our team throughout the year, becoming an indispensable part of what we do. From the early years with 50-pound projectors and the Mash Bash, to broadcasting the Medi Games, which is now called the Sim Games, keynote speakers and the awards program, his expertise and tireless effort have been the central part of every success of this conference. Many times while everyone else has left for the day, he's still there, making sure everything is packed up, set up, or ready for the next event. His dedication, professionalism, and commitment to excellence are unmatched. The truth is, our conference and the experience it provides to everyone involved would not be what it is today without this individual. His efforts have created a seamless, high-quality environment where education, recognition, and celebration can flourish. It is with immense gratitude and admiration that we recognize him tonight. He is beyond deserving of this award, and we are proud to honor him for his tireless work, dedication, and the incredible impact he has made on our conference and awards program. It is an honor to recognize the magician behind the scenes. With this year's Director's Award, please join me in celebrating William Capella. Each year, the Director's Award recognizes a group or an individual whose dedication, professionalism, and impact have left an unmistakable mark on EMS in New Jersey. The recipients of one of this year's Director's Awards embody all of those qualities and more. This select group serves as an essential extension of the New Jersey Department of Health's Office of EMS, comprised of some of the most experienced and respected professionals in the field. They consistently uphold the highest standards of educational excellence, professional integrity, and service to the EMS community. Their contributions are both multifaceted and mission critical. They play a vital role in assessing candidates for EMT instructor certification, ensuring that the quality, consistency, and credibility of the EMS education across the state remains strong. Through their mentorship and expertise, they cultivate the next generation of EMT instructors and set a high bar for instructional excellence. Their involvement extends beyond the classroom. Each year, they provide invaluable support at major OEMS events, most notably this conference here, where their presence helps ensure the event's success through educational engagement, logistical support, and the representation of our mission. Over the past year, they have gone above and beyond their standard responsibilities, assisting with long-awaited update of the EMT refresher curriculum. Their experience and collaboration were instrumental in modernizing the program to reflect current best practices and to prepare EMTs for the challenges of the field. They have also provided critical guidance to the growing number of applicants seeking initial EMT program approval, offering mentorship, insight, and direction that has been invaluable in navigating that process. Their dedication to helping others succeed, often on their own time, in nothing short of remarkable. What truly sets this group apart is their commitment to advancing EMS education throughout New Jersey. Their efforts directly influence the quality of pre-hospital care and shape the future of the EMS profession. For their exceptional service, leadership, and commitment to educational excellence, I am proud to present the Director's Award to the New Jersey EMT State faculty: Michelle Lewis, Michelle Gardner, Michael Tarantino, Patrick McKilney, Kevin Kurtzwell, Russell Stewart, and Phyllis Wustermeyer. As the final Director's Award for this year, I have the honor of recognizing someone whose career and character have profoundly shaped not only this conference, but a broader landscape of EMS education in New Jersey and far beyond. This remarkable individual became a paramedic in 1992, and from the very beginning, she discovered a passion that would define her life's work, a passion for education, for innovation, and for lifting others up. What started as a commitment to exceptional pre-hospital care quickly evolved into a calling to transform how we teach, how we practice, and how we inspire the next generation. She did not simply dream of opening her own simulation lab, she pursued that vision relentlessly and ultimately helped build some of the most forward-thinking simulation programs in the region. Her roots in patient care laid in the foundation, but education became her arena. She became the driving force behind this very conference year after year, helping transform it from a small state event into the nationally recognized multi-day program that it is today. One that now draws attendees from more than 25 states and several countries. Through her creativity, dedication, and leadership, she helped build something extraordinary, something enduring, something that elevates all of us. Her impact has never been limited to EMS. She rose to becoming the founding director of clinical simulation at a major university, where she designed and implemented a simulation program that now serves more than 3,500 learners annually across 6 graduate health science programs. She established standardized processes, faculty development, and interprofessional curriculum that has become the model for excellence and innovation. She is also one of fewer than 125 people worldwide credentialed as an advanced healthcare simulation educator, a distinction that reflects not only expertise, but mastery, leadership, and global recognition in the field of simulation-based education. Additionally, the Society for Simulation in Healthcare accepted her as a fellow of the Academy just yesterday. Yes. Well-deserved clap. Her influence extends nationally through her roles in the Society for Simulation in Healthcare, where she has served as an accreditation council member, team lead, nomination committee member, and EMS affinity chair. She has shaped standards, developed accreditation processes, and contributed to the works that define what excellence is in healthcare simulation look like today. Through her consulting company, she has helped EMS agencies, colleges, and health systems improve outcomes, strengthen safety culture, and transform the learner experience. Her work has led to dramatic improvements, including raising first-time paramedic licensure pass rates, achieving accreditation successes, and enhancing patient safety through simulation integration. But beyond all of her accomplishments, beyond the programs she built, the accreditation milestones she achieved, the grants she secured, the research she produced, and the thousands of students and professionals she has educated, her greatest impact has been on the people she touched. She pulls on your heartstrings. She builds life to your passion. She brings life to your passion. She has a rare gift for meeting people in their most vulnerable moments and offering the precise combination of clarity, comfort, and courage they don't know they need it. When you feel doubt, she inspires belief. When you feel darkness, she brings the light. When you feel tired, she reminds you why you began. Her influence on this conference, particularly through the simulation competitions she designed, led, and championed for years, cannot be overstated. As she prepares to pass the torch next year, it is important that she knows she will always be and will remain a vital part of who we were, who we are, and who we will continue to become. It is with my deepest personal gratitude and a great honor that I recognize an individual whose extraordinary contributions, unwavering dedication, and boundless heart and spirit have shaped New Jersey's EMS community, This conference and all of us who have had the privilege to work alongside her, it is my pleasure and my privilege to present the last and certainly not the least Director's Award to Jennifer McCarthy. We also need to wish Jennifer a very happy birthday. Thank you, Jennifer, for all you do. EMS Volunteer Lifetime Achievement Award. Every once in a while, a person comes along whose dedication to service doesn't just strengthen a team, it defines it. For more than 4 decades, this volunteer has been the steady heartbeat of their community's EMS service as a responder, mentor, and a believer in the power of volunteerism and education. From the moment they joined their local squad over 40 years ago, they have worn many hats, such as a line officer, executive board member, instructor, and lifetime leader, often serving in multiple roles at once, always without expectation of recognition. For over 40 years, they've answered thousands of calls, guided countless teammates, and offered comfort to patients and responders alike. As an educator, they've trained hundreds, if not thousands, of new EMTs, developed continuing education programs, and shared the lessons of safety, empathy, and teamwork. Their influence can be found not only in the classrooms and ambulances, but in many of the New Jersey EMTs throughout the state. For their commitment to excellence, integrity, and devotion of a lifetime of dedicated service, the 2025 EMS Volunteer Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Lori Sheldon. EMS Career Lifetime Achievement Award. This next individual is a true pioneer whose career has spanned more than 45 years in EMS. Beginning as one of the first paramedics at University Hospital EMS, they helped shape the earliest ALS responses in Newark and later built the Camden Division into a model of innovation and training. Their leadership transformed Mount Laurel EMS, where they championed technology, safety, and collaboration, earning statewide recognition. Beyond their agencies, they coordinated EMS mobilizations during 9/11, contributed to statewide guidelines, advocated for legislative reform, and served as a mentor to countless EMTs and paramedics. Even after retirement, they continued serving patients with unwavering dedication. For a lifetime of service, innovation, and leadership, the 2025 EMS Career Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Fran Pakarak.
It is our honor to present the H. Mickey McCabe EMS Advocacy Award. Mickey was a remarkable person who dedicated his life to the betterment of emergency medical services. His passion and his unwavering commitment left an indelible mark on all of us. Today, we remember that legacy with this award. Mickey was a force of nature. He was a tireless advocate for advancing emergency medical services in New Jersey. His impact on the field is immeasurable. Mickey began his EMS journey as a passionate young man who saw the importance and the need for an EMS system. He understood that the health of the patients in his community and the state depended on a well-functioning and efficient EMS response system. Mickey lived and breathed EMS. He empathized with those who needed immediate medical help and bridged the gap between them and the care they deserved. Mickey felt the same way about EMS providers. He devoted countless hours and often sleepless nights responding to emergencies and looking for ways to improve the field of EMS. He fundraised, he lobbied, he worked with medical professionals nationwide. He met with lawmakers and community leaders to bring about change that improved emergency medical services. This award is a reminder of the importance of EMS advocacy. It celebrates those who carry forward his passion and dedication to the work in improving the EMS system and ensuring that the selfless heroes in the field get the financial support and recognition they deserve. Mickey's spirit will continue to inspire us for decades to come. And through this award, we will foster a community of advocates who share this vision. We are now thrilled to present the next H. Mickey McCabe Advocacy Award honoree.
This individual's service has spanned more than 45 years, from their hometown of Englewood to EMS organizations across Bergen County. They have been a tireless advocate, a dedicated trainer, and a source of inspiration. Their passion for teaching EMTs, guiding them through recertification, and giving back with joy has left a lasting impact on countless providers and the communities they serve. Their kindness and humility are matched only by her compassion. As chaplain for Ramsey Ambulance, they provided healing and comfort during the loss of a member who passed in the line of duty. Their influence reaches far from local neighborhoods to halls of Trenton, where they have championed EMS causes with unwavering dedication. For their extraordinary service, mentorship, compassion, and continuous advocacy for EMS, the 2025 H. Mickey McCabe Memorial Award goes to Paula Weiler. Our heartfelt congratulations to all the nominees, recipients, and the dedicated families and friends who support them and their EMS endeavors. To the EMS professionals, thank you for your exceptional care. Please ensure a safe journey home tonight. If you are staying the night, please join us for the after party at the Voodoo Lounge. OEMS staff, DPREM staff, please stay behind for a picture and photo up front. I want to thank the commissioner, the deputy commissioner, my assistant commissioner, and all the team here for assisting with the event tonight. Thank you and have a safe evening.